Hello ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to do a quick video. Firstly, to update you on my dentist woes. Thank you ever so much for your messages coming through about that. I thought it was just me that was a bit of a, well, I know it's not just me, where there's a bit of a coward with dentists, but sometimes I think, I'll tell you what happened really quickly and then I'll tell you what I've got. So I went to the dentist, and this is the thing, it was a bit of a sort of anti-climax. One good thing and one bad thing. So this is what happened. I went to the dentist, and I'm not even going to show you because that's really disgusting, but I was going to show you. But what happened was I went to the dentist, and what it was, I don't know if you get them in the States, but a chocolate bar, a candy bar called a Yorkie, and it's really thick chocolate, big lumps of chocolate, big thick lumps of chocolate. And I was biting into it, and as I bit down on the left-hand side, I actually heard a crack, like, not just the chocolate, it'd been in the fridge, so it was hard chocolate, and it like snapped, and you could just sort of tell. And then I run my finger on my tooth and it was chipped. So I went to the dentist, and luckily, here's the good thing, she had a look and she said that all that's happened is it had a filling in anyway. It had been filled and it was just a bit of the filling that had come off, but it was all intact and everything, and there's no point. So she almost like filed it off, which didn't even hurt because it's just filling, and that was good. The bad thing is February the 1st is D-Day, wisdom tooth out, so I've got to have that done. What it is, not to give you all my dentist woes, but since I started I will finish, and it'll give you something to feel good about if you're stressed this time of year. Here's the thing, the wisdom tooth at the back, right at the back, is sort of blocking another tooth that's slightly ahead of it. So there's another tooth, and because the wisdom tooth is jammed right up, it's stopping the work that needs to be done on the other tooth. So the wisdom tooth has got to come out. And this was the thing, literally, I went for the meeting with the guy. You have to go and see a sort of consultant, and he goes through how difficult it's going to be and so on. And I kid you not, there was someone screaming in the next room. Literally, I think they were knocked out. Not literally knocked out, I think it was just the medication they were given, and they were like, ah! So it didn't inspire confidence, but I've got to go through it. February the 1st is the date, so hopefully that will go well. And what else have I got to tell you? I've got to tell you about, I sent an email out yesterday about the Your Year promotion. And this is a promotion that I've done that will literally, it came about in part because of the survey and the stuff that I sent out, but also I've decided to put in one package everything that you need. And I've sort of tried to do this before, but there's different stages that you'll be at, and if we break it really simply down, all we're doing is building SEO driven sites that bring in traffic. So the only thing that's preventing you from doing this is, and I've got really good, I'll tell you where it's covered that's really good, if I do say so myself, but one of the things is learning curve. That always holds people back. Doing the actual work, so when you get into WordPress, copying and pasting, if you're a bit new at that, it can hold you back. Content is a huge thing, okay? That's probably the biggest thing, the elephant in the room is content, because no one really enjoys writing content unless you're a writer, and I bet they get sort of annoyed with it sometimes. But I've included in this package that I put together how to do content without writing a word. Now, let me just give a disclaimer. You need a site with content on, okay? So there's no way of getting past that. But once you've got a certain level of content on your site, if you're sort of like, writing all the content and you feel you have to write masses, I've got a big section in the course. I'll put the link below straight after this video so you can see. And there's a big section on content and the trouble areas. And what I've decided to do is host a workshop 2018 explaining the new theme. So I won't waffle on too much about this, but I've got new stuff to show you. I've got the new theme, I've got the new content stuff, I've got the new plugins I'm using, I've got new ways of writing the content that hopefully you find easier. Bear in mind, if you're using old stuff, so to speak, it still works, okay? If you're doing, the stuff hasn't changed. I get a lot of messages going, will this still work? And like, will this still work in this year? You wrote this in 2014, 2013. It still works exactly the same. The benefits of the new stuff is your sort of finger on the pulse, all the stuff I'm using in my business that will help you. And it's just literally updated stuff that will help you, like with the content and with the promotion, and get quicker results and understand this stuff. So what we'll be doing in the new 2018 stuff is going through, so at the end of the workshop you know how this works and you've got a plan. Because the big thing that holds people back is, and this is the truth, not having a plan. And I'm not on about just a rough idea of how much you want to make. I'm on about knowing that, which is really, really easy to do, how much you'd like to make, but also having a plan of action that you're actually going to stick to carry it out. And if there's roadblocks, like stuff holding you back, technical stuff, it's working on the stuff, which is a bit boring, but it's working on the stuff that will move you forward and getting over those hurdles. And the beauty of it, here's the thing that you should always focus on, just the finish line. So the beauty of it is, as you're actually doing this stuff, if you've got your eye on the target, you can get results a lot faster without being held back. So what I've done is put together a package where you get a head start because you get the site built for you, and you get loads and loads of bonuses. So I've put a link below because the video will go through it in depth, but I'd love to work with you. I'd love to start 2018 with a bang. This offer is specifically for, and will work for you if you're newer and you haven't got past those learning curves. There's nothing else you need. In this package I've put together everything, because what I've included is full access to ASON Ultimatum, which goes through the very basics. So installing WordPress, copying and pasting content on, and that will help you if you're brand new. If you're more advanced in the way that you know what you need to do but you can't get around to doing it, or you don't understand some key points like traffic, like click-through rate. A huge thing that came up was traffic. Like, how do you get the traffic? And the traffic comes from the search engines. Excuse me. The traffic comes from the search engines, but how do you actually get that traffic? There's a huge misunderstanding with how they work. And it's really, really simple. Tracking is absolutely, and tracking puts people off, because you say tracking and, but that's a beast to set up and I'm not sure how to read the stats and all the, so I've gone through it in depth with a class, so you actually know that every single site that you build, and this site that I'm building you, will be tracked and you can see exactly what's happening. So I've put that in there, and it's just an all-round package, discounted as well. I've got 3 spots left. It started at 5, so I'll put the link below. Check it out. There's a big video there that goes through everything, and I'd love to work with you. And I think it will literally give you everything that you need. You don't need anything else once you've been through the materials. Once you understand that, you're going to have a plan and you're going to know exactly how it works, and then it's just a case of doing it, which is easier said than done, but I've got some motivational stuff in there as well. So check it out, guys. I'll put the link below. And I will speak to you very, very soon. The only catch is there's only 3 spots, so if you want in, grab it, and I'll speak to you today. It's got all the instructions in the video and how it works and so on. But I'm excited to build you a site, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Cheers, guys.